Assalamu alaikum fratelli e sorelle, rieccoci qua. Spero che tutti voi state bene, inshallah. Io alhamdulillah sto bene, mashallah. E devo dire che grazie a Dio in questi giorni c'è stato un bellissimo sole qui a Londra e penso che sia stata la prima volta qui a Londra che c'è questo caldo e comunque l'estate. È stata una novità e comunque si pensa appunto al cambiamento climatico che sta cambiando. Oggi girando un po' su YouTube ho visto un video molto interessante e devo dire che mi è piaciuto molto e penso che vi piacerà anche a voi. Quindi ho pensato di rivederlo con voi e poi comunque parlarne su. Quindi io penso che sia il momento di poterlo vedere insieme. Guardiamo insieme.
This is the story of a journey that began 1400 years ago, from continent to continent, from generation to generation. It has inspired the creation of some of the most extraordinary buildings in the world.
You're connected to the future and the past.
And this mosque is one of the mosques that the whole world speaks about.
Buildings which tell a story through times of conflict and confrontation.
Sure, they'll change who owns what at any given time, but destroying, that's a very different matter.
Of harmony and achievement.
A structure with a very deep past, but hopefully also with a very vibrant future.
A place where the journey began. A journey made through the centuries. A journey still being made for the first time today. A journey that now brings millions of people every year to a single building in a single city.
I feel like I have to go there for my soul.
It's the biggest wish of my life.
A journey into an entire way of life. It is the story of what Muslims believe. This is the story of Islam. A story told through our own journey around 7 wonders of the Muslim world. Five times a day, all over the world, hundreds of millions of people punctuate their daily lives with prayer. And it's through prayer that every Muslim in the world is continually connected, all praying in the direction of the city where their religion began. The first and most important wonder of the Muslim world. Mecca. Mecca, the birthplace of the Prophet Muhammad and the religion he began teaching 1400 years ago. In the Grand Mosque in Mecca stands the building known as the Kaaba. This is the single most important site in Islam. Every time any Muslim anywhere in the world say their prayers, they face in the direction of this single building.
The Kaaba is just something which is the house itself, the way it was built. This is the meaning in Arabic. But in fact, it's the symbol of God's house, God's where He's not here, but this is the symbol of His presence on earth, where the Muslims has to go and there is no images, nothing there to represent Him, because we should not represent God.
In essence, the most beautiful thing about Mecca is the Kaaba itself. And its beauty is in its simplicity. It's a black box. And it's a black box which people circumambulate. And it is just so divinely simple and yet so divinely beautiful. It's a very peaceful place. Even you can be in the middle with 2 million people and be at peace because it's been dedicated to God for so long.
Muslims believe the original Kaaba was built under divine instructions by another figure common to Christianity and Judaism, Abraham. Its purpose, a shrine to the one true God of all people and all times. Millions of Muslims visit the city every year on a pilgrimage centered on the Kaaba. For many Muslims, to cast eyes on the Kaaba for the first time is a moment of truth.
The first time I went inside the Haram, the sacred mosque in Mecca, it was really an awe-inspiring moment. I mean, as you walk in and you see the Kaaba and people kind of circumambulating around it, almost like a river going around the Kaaba. And the atmosphere is absolutely electric with the spirituality, and you really do feel humble. And I've seen Muslims walking inside the Haram, and the first thing that you notice when they walk in is the tears come in their eyes. It actually shows you how insignificant you are as an individual, as a human being in the sight of God.
It is to this building that Muslims all over the world turn to 5 times a day to pray. As they do, they reaffirm the message of the Prophet. There is only one true God, and Muhammad is a messenger of God, the last of the prophets. A message that has created a religion followed by over 1 billion people today across the world. Among them are 6 first-time pilgrims. All have a dream to come to Mecca and are hoping to make the journey in the next few days. All live near and pray in some of the world's most important and most beautiful mosques. Outside Saudi Arabia, Jerusalem is the holiest city in the Islamic faith. Before Muslims prayed to Mecca, it was towards Jerusalem they directed their prayers. It is a city steeped in Islamic history. In almost every view of Jerusalem, you can see the slate-grey dome of our next wonder of the Muslim world, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and alongside it, the striking golden Dome of the Rock. Built within a few decades of the Prophet's death, it contains the stone from which Muslims believe Muhammad journeyed as he ascended to heaven.
The site of the Dome of the Rock is important for all 3 monotheistic religions. It's venerated by the Jews because that's where their temple was. It's venerated by the Christians for the connection with Jesus, who spent so much of his life in Jerusalem and taught there. And Muslims believe that it was from that very site that Muhammad set off on his miraculous journey to the 7 heavens. And indeed, Muslims believe that this is where the Last Judgment will take place. It's very much in the style of a Christian building of the time, with perfect geometrical proportions. It's a double octagon, and with the favorite Christian decoration of the time, which is glass mosaic. What's different is that it has no figures on it, and instead it's almost an oasis, a fertile oasis of strange and wonderful supernatural plants. The survival of the great Muslim buildings of Jerusalem has to do with the veneration that Jews and Christians, as well as Muslims, have for the site. Sure, they'll change who owns what at any given time, but destroying, that's a very different matter.
Jerusalem is a divided city that has been destroyed twice, besieged 22 times, and been captured and recaptured 44 times. The Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock is a sight that 23-year-old Sameh Abdin sees every day as he drives about the city, working as a courier delivering newspapers. Sameh is a Palestinian living in East Jerusalem, where he grew up. Alongside the Dome of the Rock stands the Al-Aqsa Mosque. After two mosques in Saudi Arabia in Mecca and Medina, it is the third most revered mosque in the Muslim world. When he can, Sameh finds refuge here. Today he's come to say late afternoon prayers called Asr.
I feel that first of all, when I enter the Al-Aqsa Mosque, I relax. I feel myself to be happy. I leave the whole world behind me. I forget worries and forget problems. When I'm totally fed up, I like to come and sit here, pray, read the Quran, and gaze all around at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. I wander around the courtyards and so on. I mean, it's something very, very lovely. You just look and you feel happy.
The Aqsa Mosque, we're looking at something that was probably first built in the late 7th century.
Mashallah, questo video è veramente molto interessante. È proprio fatto un documentario proprio, non dico completo, però già in linea generale, diciamo, è un'introduzione dell'Islam, no? E devo dire che all'inizio del video, quando ho sentito che tutti noi musulmani appunto preghiamo allo stesso minuto, cioè magari noi non ci rendiamo conto, però cioè, immaginate mentre preghiamo, nello stesso tempo tutto il mondo sta pregando, tutto il mondo sta facendo lo stesso movimento. È qualcosa che mi ha fatto venire la pelle d'oca. Cioè, noi ovviamente durante la giornata facciamo tante cose, non ci rendiamo conto realmente della realtà della vita, no? Cioè, tanta gente sta pregando nello stesso minuto in cui tu stai pregando. È veramente una cosa meravigliosa, mashallah, veramente. Però devo dire che mi è piaciuto come video. Ovviamente questo video è molto più lungo di quanto io abbia fatto, però farò più di una parte, quindi pubblicherò più di un video per completare l'intero video, ecco, perché dura circa un'oretta. Quindi questa praticamente è la parte iniziale del video che io ho visto, quindi lo continuerò un altro giorno, inshallah. Poi soprattutto fermandoci sulla moschea della Palestina mi è un po', a parte che comunque è meravigliosa, mashallah, però mi ha un po' riattrizzito, perché comunque sto pensando veramente a cosa sta succedendo in questi ultimi anni, in questi ultimi giorni. Tanta gente muore, tanta gente soffre, mentre noi siamo qui tranquilli. Grazie a Dio, dobbiamo ringraziare a Dio che veramente stiamo bene e abbiamo tutto ciò di cui abbiamo bisogno e stiamo vivendo una vita normale. I problemi ci sono, le malattie esistono, però veramente quello che loro stanno vivendo è veramente qualcosa di terribile. Infatti anche su questo parlerò nel prossimo video, inshallah. Dobbiamo pregare tanto per loro, per favore, facciamo tanti dua. Io comunque devo dire che questo video è stato veramente molto interessante, quindi spero veramente di poterlo continuare al più presto, inshallah, e farvelo vedere tutto al completo. Spero che questo video vi è piaciuto. Se avete qualche commento scrivetemi pure, seguitemi, iscrivetevi, e comunque datemi anche consigli, se sbaglio correggetemi. Spero che va tutto bene a tutti voi, inshallah, che Dio vi benedica, che vi ascolta tutte le preghiere, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.